The atmosphere that surrounds Earth is the body of air or gases that protects the planet and allows life to exist. The majority of our atmosphere is concentrated around the Earth's surface, where it is the densest. It is made up of 5 separate layers. Let's take a look at each one, from nearest to farthest away from Earth. Atmosphere extends from the planet's surface to a height of 10,000 kilometers or 6,214 miles. The atmosphere then merges with space. Not all scientists agree on where the upper border of the atmosphere is, but they can all agree that the majority of the atmosphere is close to the Earth's surface and extends up to a few kilometers above it. Since oxygen is essential for most life on Earth, the majority of Earth's atmosphere is not oxygen. The Earth's atmosphere is composed of about 78.084% nitrogen, 20.946% oxygen, 0.9340% argon, 0.04% carbon dioxide, and trace amounts of neon, helium, and methane. The layers of atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Let's look into the first layer, which is troposphere. The troposphere is the layer closest to the Earth's surface, stretching between 7 and 15 kilometers. The troposphere contains the majority of the mass of the whole atmosphere, between 75 and 80%. The troposphere contains the majority of the water vapor in the atmosphere, as well as dust and ash particles, which explains why the troposphere contains the majority of the Earth's clouds. At the equator, the troposphere is thickest, while at the north and south poles, it is considerably thinner. The troposphere's temperature decreases with height. The second layer is known as stratosphere. The stratosphere is the layer above the Earth's surface. It reaches an altitude of almost 50 kilometers. The temperature of the stratosphere rises with height. This is where the ozone layer is present, which shields humans from the sun's harmful radiation. The stratospheric ozone layer is formed by a high concentration of ozone, a molecule composed of 3 oxygen atoms. The ozone absorbs some of the incoming solar energy, protecting life on Earth from potentially dangerous ultraviolet, UV, light, and is also responsible for altitude temperature increases. The third layer is known as mesosphere. The stratopause is the peak of the stratosphere. Above that is the mesosphere, which extends up to 85 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Temperatures in the mesosphere drop with altitude. In fact, the lowest temperatures in the atmosphere are towards the top of the mesosphere, at a temperature of around -90 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere is thin here, yet thick enough so that meteors burn up as they travel through the mesosphere, resulting in shooting stars. The mesopause is the highest border of the mesosphere.
The fourth layer is thermosphere. The thermosphere is a layer of the Earth's atmosphere that stretches 600 kilometers above the mesosphere. Because of the concentration of ions and free electrons in this layer, the thermosphere is also known as the ionosphere. The thermosphere is characterized by extremely high temperatures, which may exceed 2000 degrees Celsius during the day. Despite the high temperatures, humans would feel quite cold in the thermosphere because the density of the air is so low that it would not transmit much heat to our bodies. One of the defining characteristics of the thermosphere is the high degree of ionization that occurs in this layer. The gas molecules are ionized by solar radiation and cosmic rays, resulting in a layer of ions and free electrons. The auroras, which are spectacular displays of light that occur in the polar regions, are caused by this ionization. The thermosphere is particularly crucial for space travel since it houses the majority of the satellites and other objects in Earth's orbit. The thin atmosphere at high altitudes, however, presents a difficulty for spacecraft since the absence of air resistance requires them to employ engines to maintain their speed and height. The fifth layer is exosphere. The exosphere is the Earth's atmosphere's outermost layer, positioned above the thermosphere and stretching approximately 10,000 kilometers into space. It is the atmosphere's the least dense layer. The influence of Earth's gravity is so weak here that gas molecules escape into space. The exosphere is a critical layer for satellite orbits since it is where the majority of artificial satellites orbit the Earth. Because of the low density of the atmosphere at high altitudes, there is negligible air resistance, allowing satellites to maintain their orbits for lengthy periods of time without requiring regular modifications.